top 5 NBA seasons. I've been meaning to do this video for a little minute now. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little minute I've been thinking about this one. We got a lot of different NBA seasons I could pick from, but there's 5 that I feel like, in my opinion, are my 5 favorites, you know what I'm saying? But of course, first, I have some honorable mentions before I get to the list, you know what I'm saying? These 5 seasons right here, if I had a top 10 list, would most likely make the list. But with the 5 that I have in my 5 already, I feel like are better than these. That's just my opinion though, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually curious to see what NBA seasons y'all got in y'all top 5, so let me know down below. All right, starting at number 5, I got the 2022 NBA season. There was a lot going on this season, I'm not gonna lie. LaMelo Ball became an all-star. This is when LaMelo was really starting to take that next step in his game, you know what I'm saying? The LaMelo you see now, this was the year that it started to get to that. Always been a hooper, but feel me, this year he was bugging. He had that Memphis versus Minnesota series. I ain't gonna lie, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. That series was crazy. They were getting to it. Ja versus Ant. Yo, that shit was lit. Still to this day, I'm mad as shit that Ja got hurt in that Warriors series. Because I feel like that series probably would have went to 7. I'm not going to lie to you. Because they was hooping. They was getting active with the Warriors. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? Tatum and Brown, they was hooping that year. And it's crazy because looking at this damn playoff bracket now, nobody had the Warriors winning it all. Like, you had a few, but like, it wasn't a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's what is crazy to me. Between 2022 and 2021, they both would have been number 5. You know what I'm saying? It was really a toss-up between the two, because I ain't gonna lie, that year was lit. I feel like 2021 is a year that nobody talks about, and I don't know why. Because Paul George in the playoffs was bugging. He was hooping. I ain't gonna lie, I thought the Clippers was gonna be in the fun. Giannis was going stupid that year too. I ain't gonna lie, what he single-handedly did to the damn Suns, he should be arrested. Violated. I ain't gonna lie. And KD too with his big ass foot. You know what I'm saying? But look, that's not the point. All right. Number 5, I got 2022. You know what I'm saying? Word. Coming in at number 4, I have the 2012 NBA season. Listen, in 2012, y'all just had to be there. That shit was lit. I had the Knicks with Jeremy Lin, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why the fuck they was hyping no Jeremy Lin, but they did. Word. LeBron with Miami when they won their first ring. You had the Clippers with Lob City. You had young OKC. Like, it was a lot of nice teams in 2012, but it wasn't enough to be in the top 3. Number 3, I got the 2024 NBA season, meaning last season. Now look, this is my list. You got a problem? I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Word. Oh, recency bias, I don't give a fuck. Last year, we had a lot of crazy ass moments, bro. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. There was too many for me to even remember. Like, I tried to look it up, and I couldn't even remember it all. That's how late it was last year. You had Orlando. They was valid last year. If they wasn't dealing with injuries this season, they probably be a higher seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm gonna be real with y'all. That's how nice they are. You had Boston. I ain't gonna lie. Boston was running through everybody in the East. It ain't matter who the fuck they was facing. They was dead ass bugging. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be interesting to see who goes to the finals this year, though. What? But that Minnesota and Denver series, that shit alone did it for me. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's crazy because before this series even started, I already knew this series was gonna be lit. Because Ant was already hooping all year. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew he was gonna bring that shit into the playoffs. Denver, they just won the chip the year before. So we looking at them like, hey, they the defending champs. You gotta beat the champ in order to be the champ. So when this series happened, bro, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was up all night watching these fucking games. That's how lit them shits were. And then, of course, Ant said what he said about wanting to guard Kyrie, and I ain't gonna lie, that shit was just hell from there. Word. Shout out to bro. That shit was chaos, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, never do that again. And work. 2024 was lit, but it ain't number 2, though. Coming in at number 2, I got the 2020 NBA season. If I'm excluding the bubble from this conversation, this season was still lit. This shit was still lit regardless. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It was a lot of valid teams that a lot of people try to make arguments for who's gonna go far and blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? I just use the bubble as an excuse to talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Word, that's all that is. But if we mentioning the bubble, I mean, damn, like, if you a true basketball lover, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you love the bubble. That shit was lit. TJ Warren scoring 50. When the fuck you wasn't expecting that shit? You had Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray. They was going at it. That shit was crazy. You see, like, I'm a basketball lover. I could watch any type of basketball. It could be street ball, high school, college, NBA. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm going to watch that shit regardless. I love basketball, bro. So when I was watching the bubble and I'm seeing shit like this every night. I don't give a fuck when nobody say that shit was lit. Word. 2020, you got it. But you ain't number one. Number one, we got the 2016 NBA season. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. 2016 in general, as a year, was a lit year. I'm gonna be real with you. The NBA season just added to that shit. I don't give a fuck when nobody say. Still to this day, this is the greatest dunk contest ever until somebody shows me otherwise. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Mac McClung, you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Word, you three-peated in the dunk contest. But this shit right here, this shit was lit. You couldn't tell me shit. He over here jumping over a fucking mascot. You had the Warriors and the Thunder. That shit was crazy how they blew a 3-1 lead to the damn Warriors. For the Warriors to turn around and do the same exact shit for the damn Cavs. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. What I witnessed Kyrie and LeBron do to come back from 3-1, I don't think I'm ever going to see that shit again. That shit was insane. I remember that shit like it was yesterday, sitting in front of my damn TV on the floor, looking at the damn TV, watching Game 7 when Kyrie hit that shot. And LeBron got the block. That shit was lit. That season in general, there was just too many good moments, you know what I'm saying? You see this shot right here, how close Curry is to the logo? Just know he made that shit. That's all you need to know. Start up the honorable mention list. We got the 2015 NBA season. I feel like this was an underrated NBA season, if you ask me, because there was deadass a lot of valid teams that year. If you know about the Atlanta Hawks that year, there should have been no damn reason that they didn't make it far. I don't know how the fuck they didn't make it far. Oh, yeah, that's right. LeBron fucking James. I forgot. That's the reason they ain't go far. It's because of LeBron. At this point in the NBA, if he was in the Eastern Conference and you was in the Eastern Conference, you ain't getting out the Eastern Conference. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, word, that's just what it was. Next on the honorable mention list, I got the 2018 NBA season. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was deadass having a fight within myself, debating if I should put this shit or not. Because LeBron and Harden that year, they was going fucking insane. They was bugging. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you was watching that year, you would know, like, they was bugging. There should have been no reason the Cavs was in the final. Because, you know what I'm saying? They got spanked by Golden State. I ain't gonna lie. That shit wasn't even close. They got swept. That like, they got cooked. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. But this shit right here, I mean, bro, do you know how crazy this shit is right here? This shit don't even make sense. This was in one season. Next on the honorable mention list, I got the 2013 NBA season. This was deadass an underrated season, too. You had teams like the Knicks. They was valid that year. I ain't gonna lie. This was deadass when I was supporting the Knicks. No bullshit. Shout out to New York. Word. You had Steve Novak doing that damn belt celebration he would always do every time he hits a three. J.R. Smith doing that damn celebration after he hits a three. The Pacers, that was when they was up and coming, feel me? Like, they was starting to get nice. You had John Wall, Bradley Beal. I ain't gonna lie. They was bugging. Word. That was, yo. If you was there for Bradley Beal and John Wall, you know how lethal that duo was. They was bugging. Like, 2013, underrated. I'm not gonna lie, underrated. To wrap up the honorable mention list, I got the 2019 NBA season. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. Kawhi alone was the reason why I was debating if I should put this damn season up there. Because even though there were a lot of players like Giannis and KD and Steph, you know what I mean? They was doing their thing that year. Kawhi on the Raptors was different. Like, I feel like this is the best version of Kawhi we ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. Like, still to this day, I don't know how the fuck, like, he hit that shot. I deadass don't know. I'm still trying to figure that shit out.